Oh, we're getting tranquil. Oh, we're getting tranquil. Hello, everybody. It is April 11th, 2023. I'm Bryce Castillo, bringing you into the green room here on the great night. It is a great night. Thank you so much for joining us. Coming up, we have got a lot to catch up on. We have plenty to catch up on. We're going to have to get caught up on all of the things that have happened in the past few weeks, things that have happened in the past few days, things that have happened in the past few hours. We're even going to have a special guest here joining us in a little bit. So also keep an eye out for all of that. And of course, you can support us over at Patreon, patreon.com/greatnight. And kick us a buck or two and really bring it home for us. All right, well, it's time for me to do my duty.
Camera.
To
That's
give...
two.
Oh, hello. Green Room, can you hear
Yep.
me?
There we go. Yes.
4,
That's 4,
5,
5, 6,
6,
5,
7,
6,
8. I'm gonna keep them in
5,
9,
6.
and that's enough.
So we're at 5.
That's
We're at
there
5.
We go. We're good. We're good.
Yeah. So you're at 9.
10,
9 down.
10,
10 down.
10 down.
We're at 10 down. How many do you have to go, Brad?
Well, I mean, it's a pusillanimous number. It's only
It is a pusillanimous. Many people are saying it's a pusillanimous number.
369 total, so I'm down to 359 now.
359.
I mean, unless people
people keep retweeting
Yeah.
the tweet. So what did you were promoting our brand new season of World's Greatest Con, available
Yeah.
now on all podcatchers, and what went through your that crazy little mind of yours?
Literally make a promise. Don't worry about it. We'll find out how much I regret it, but I'm very, very pleased that
What was the promise for people who are just catching up?
for every RT of the link to the
Retweet,
podcast,
not Russia Today.
correct. I would do a push-up. If only I knew just how restrictive Twitter was about actually amplifying any links to anything that isn't Twitter.
Yeah, we found out that was no bullshit over the past 48 hours. If you just tell people to do things, it will promote the tweet. If you actually have a link for anything, it will actively suppress the tweet.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, Bryce, have we already? Were you
401 now.
401? Okay.
401,
All right. Well, that's fine. I'm still like.
So now
I'm like halfway there.
you're at 391. You have
well,
391 push-ups to go.
I've done 10,
You've done 10.
so I'm
391 from 401.
They say that going from 0 to 1 is the hardest part.
Yeah.
I already got the hardest part done. All I have is 390
I was
more
gonna
push-ups.
say, no, you
to
did
go.
that yesterday when you went from 0 push-ups you had to do to 401.
Correct. Yes. Oh man. Bryce, did we talk about the analytics on Twitter, like on air?
I can't possibly imagine when we would have done that. No.
Okay.
All right, here, real quick, side jag.
Yeah.
What is Bryce eating? What is Bryce eating right now? Because I'm gonna go with a big old chocolate bar. I'm gonna say a big old chocolate bar. He's got a big old. It's a comically sized chocolate bar, and he's got just like a little Bryce mouth bite out of it.
All right, we have one
Bryce.
guess for chocolate.
Yeah.
Would you like to guess, Brian?
No, I'm gonna back your play.
Alfalfa is Brian's guess. Who won?
We were eating chicken, fly right chicken. I got some fried chicken.
Oh, chicken. That's good. All right, Brian. What were the stats?
So there was a time where, and it's really weird because I'm of two minds. Like, Elon Musk, he buys Twitter and he says really, really, audacious things like the old verification system was corrupt. And I'm like, well, I don't know about that. I earned mine. you know, by encouraging all of our fans to make
To
fake
lie
accounts
and-
so
yeah.
that I could, you know, complain and eventually get verified.
Yep.
So it's like that's one, like, I'll take the L on that. But then he says, like, I want everybody to have free speech. I'm like, I like that part.
Yeah, I'm
And then-
viciously against that.
And
I don't
then,
like that at all.
and then he says, did he ever say, like, how did you find out that any link to anything outside of Twitter was being
Oh, they open sourced the
downgraded?
algorithm. They open sourced the algorithm,
Right.
and so people started looking at it, and they confirmed what had been long suspected, because traffic does not come from Twitter in the way that it comes from Facebook.
Right.
Facebook was always very, very, very good about.
They were like honest mob. They're all like, would be a real shame if you didn't give us $500
Pay us
in order.
money,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
people will click your link.
Right.
Like that is what they're like, we will weaponize our algorithm so people click your link. Twitter was never like that, because they never really had a compelling ad product beyond just dumb banner ad display kind of stuff.
And then meanwhile, like I believe the most popular live stream I've ever done was I tweeted out, I'm about to live stream my knee. And all I did was the video itself was nothing but my knee exposed to the world.
It was low.
What's that?
Your knee.
My knee?
Yeah, it was like
No,
low to the ground.
No, it was right. It was right here.
So it was a high knee.
Gotcha, bitch. Yeah, you did.
Gotcha.
But I believe it got like hundreds of thousands of views.
Yeah.
And every time I tweeted anything, it would get like minimum 35,000 impressions, upwards of 200,000 if it was a clever thing
Yeah.
or whatever, right? So I tweet out the link to World's Greatest Con, and I say I will do a push-up for every single retweet.
Yeah.
It gets retweeted 365 times.
And you would assume that in a world of impressions, that is multiplying your reach by everybody else's reach, and
And keep in mind, in theory, my reach is no bullshit. I mean, it's 1.5 million
big
followers.
ding dong deal.
Right. So also 37 quote tweets, including our friend Dan Carlin. How many impressions after 400 retweets, including my own, do you think that tweet got?
I have no frame of reference, so let's just get the number.
170,000.
Now,
After 400 retweets.
170,000.
Yes.
Now go up to the first tweet of that thread that had no link. I'm curious to see what that was.
You're about to make me sad. The tweet without a link was me saying, today's the big day, launching WGC, et cetera, et cetera. That one, just by itself,
Yeah.
with very few retweets,
Yeah.
got 152,000. But the moment I put a link in there,
Yeah.
with the amplification of 400 retweets,
Yeah.
got me not very much. Hold on, let me. This is gonna be worth it. How many people do you think actually clicked through? So at this point, impressions 170,000.
So that means that with the amplification of 400 different people's Twitter accounts,
Right.
you got an extra 20,000 impressions, right? So that's like everybody's own feed. Not exactly gigantic, right?
Right.
And then what you want is action on that. People actually click on the link. How many people clicked on the link?
Everybody in the chat, lock in your vote, because I'm about to do some push-ups. But in the meantime, how many?
He's already
people,
done 5.
10. I've done 10.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot.
I've done 10.
I'm not good at math.
I'm gonna
I'm
be
not good at
very
math.
good
I'm
about
not good
keeping
at
track
math.
of
I'm
this
sorry,
because
I'm sorry.
clearly I'm the only
So
one.
just everybody make sure that we know that he's done 8.
If you're just joining us,
Yeah.
Brian Brushwood has an account that has 1.5 million followers.
Yep.
He tweeted out and then retweeted himself and said, I will do a push-up for everybody who retweets. 400 people retweeted. The only thing of significance was the link to the podcast.
Yes.
How many people do you think clicked on that link Do you have a guess, Justin?
569.
245 people. I look at the entire thread, look at everything I've said, look at everybody who's retweeted. Only 245 people actually clicked on the link. Who knows how many actually subscribed after they clicked on the link? I am almost certain that Bonnie, by striking up a conversation with the plumber who showed up today, generated more subscribers than all of Twitter combined.
Yes. Ben Franklin makes a very, very good point. You are going to do more push-ups than we got click-throughs.
You know what? That's a good point. Let me do some push-ups. Take it away.
All right. Yes, indeed. World's Greatest Con available right now. Season 3, episodes 1 and 2 are there for you. Of course, episode 1, entitled Project, tells you all about the world in which our story is set. And episode 2, Alpha, explains the two boys that are our protagonists. They went to the Mac Lab at Washington University at St. Louis and wasted $4 million in 2023 money by way of pretending to be psychic when they weren't, and in the process collapsed the entire concept of parapsychology research. It is indeed what my friend Brian says just might be
the world's greatest con.
Never step on the catchphrase. Always give the man the catchphrase.
Yeah. How are you feeling about how it's done so far? Right now we're number 4 in history, which on the one hand is delightful. That's quite good. Unfortunately, it's also in the mushy middle, and I don't know how to feel about it.
I mean, here's the thing that we have experienced with World's Greatest Con, because we have marshaled our resources with World's Greatest Con over the last 3 years, the likes of which we haven't really done anything. We are currently having conversations that we have never had before on excitement and artistic recognition. And
also, I hope I'm not talking out of school. We are having to have legal conversations about, like, are we legally allowed to say certain things? Come on in, Brett. Good to see you.
Brett. All of which is secondary to the fact that somebody brought a wood burnt tickle house sign for anybody who listened.
What was the opening
Founders
line
Day.
of that?
Kinnan is our artisan for this. Thank you, Kinnan.
Who something in the tickle house.
It's dark in the tickle house.
It's dark.
but it's like,
Don't go in the tickle.
Don't go to the tickle house. It's dark in the tickle house. Who's tickling who?
Yeah.
We'll talk a little bit about this in the big show, but man, what a day that was.
Amazing day. So here's my thing about the 3 years of doing World's Greatest Con. We just need to understand that the iTunes store is not the iTunes store that we grew up on. Like,
It's not.
It is a lot more of the Wall Street. It is more the New York Stock Exchange than it is the Midway. When we were coming up in the podcast game.
Oh my God!
It was pretty
back in the day.
easy.
If you got 12 people to all click subscribe at the same time,
You had some.
you were in. It was pretty
It was
great.
like, fuck you, Oprah. I'm the number one. Right? And that was kind of the thing that everybody sort of went through. But you knew that if you wore weighted gloves, you could make the bell ring at the top of the strongman thing. And like that was it. We felt inside. And now we are certainly enough of media people that, like, if World's Greatest Con was a weekly show, we could probably play in that air all the time, right?
Yes, and we have,
this thing that we are doing right now is a very specific season by season. People expect quality. People expect a certain element, and like with that, we won't be able to just Zerg rush like #1 on the history charts.
I got that reference.
We will need to have follow up and secondary and more stuff that kind of gets us there, because I also think that their algorithm changed.
Yes, as a matter of fact, there's a whole page where they explain how their rankings work, and they mention specifically that yes, it matters how many people subscribe. Yes, but also they're tracking how much of an episode everybody listens to.
Yep.
They mentioned that we do the favor of publishing how many stars you get and what your reviews are, but truthfully, that doesn't matter very much. I mean, really, it's I'd hate to admit it, but it's a less gameable system now.
Far less.
Which is fine, which means that actual quality reigns, which of all the years for that to be the case, this is a pretty good year because we have legitimately the best story we've told yet.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I mean, it is. Wow. I'm just realizing also, this is the first episode of this show where, like,
Where we could flat out talk
we can
about
just talk-
everything.
where I don't have to be like, no, let's hold it, because like there ain't nothing to hold it for.
No,
Now
it's out there.
now it is what it is. I will say that the next episode is my favorite.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
because it provided the biggest challenge that I have ever had to produce anything. Because there is a moment in the next episode that is as funny as it is heartbreaking. And those are my two favorite things. Brian, you've known me long enough to know that I like very broad, very like gross, crude comedy. And I'm constantly looking for the pain and tragedy in every story. And there is a moment where both of
Oh
them
my
happen at
God!
the
I
exact
just
same time.
realized what moment you're talking about. Oh my goodness! Wow.
Yes, Bryce, we should.
That's eventually going to be what we're known for, and we weren't even there.
And it happens this weekend. Anyway, so Brett,
Hey,
what's going on, man?
man, my life has changed.
Why?
Thank goodness we were talking about your life. I was just like, why can't that life change?
No, it's so static.
Would you please just change it up? Brett's
Sure.
life.
Shift it, morph it.
I'm very excited
Smack
to
it up,
say.
flip it,
I'm very
and
excited
reverse
to say. that-
rub it down.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like EK is going to get a literary agent.
What?
Yeah.
Does that mean somebody's in the eye and say, you do realize
You
worth
owe me
this much
15%.
money? All love to EK, but it's like, I would love for anybody to say the words in a way that she can hear it.
Yes.
About just how valuable she is.
Yes, that is the what's been great is people who are more accomplished in this area than she.
Keep going. I'm going to do 10 more push-ups.
There, yeah, do that. Has been,
Do you want me to feed you beer while you do it?
Oh, no.
No,
sure?
They've been helping her with her pitch package.
Okay.
And it's looking really good. And some well-known literary agents have actually reached out to her and
Yeah.
said, "Hey, we'd like to take 15%
Of
from you."
that.
Yeah, and you know, that's really it's very nice. To,
Feels like comics in the way that, or books in general, all publishing, in the way that it used to exist, is so fragmented and weird now that it's like you kind of need an agent to get anything that's not like the world that we live in, which is
Right.
feral and
Yes.
We are wildlings. Beyond the wall, and there is obviously a dignified life for which we lead, but like we will never be amongst the kneelers. Like
Right.
none of the fine lords in tailored suits will come across the wall and pluck a wildling and say,
Right.
like you. But if you do have a coyote in my mixed metaphor that will bring you across the wall and introduce you, then you have a shot.
Yeah.
Then maybe we will do a push-up or 30, which is what the running count is right now.
Okay, yes.
30.
That
We're at 30
absolutely-
How about you
push-ups.
talk for another 7 sentences?
Yep.
I'm going to need a moment. There's going to be a lot tonight.
I like
where-
that you just had to get it on the record that 30 were done.
30. 30 is where
is
we're
it
at.
also dark in the Tickle House?
Who's
tickling
tickling
who?
who?
Somebody translate that to Latin. Who's tickling who?
That would be actually an amazing, like, we could make a challenge coin or something.
Yeah.
or maybe actually Bonnie could make a vessel and we can put a stamp in there that in Latin says who's tickling who.
Yeah.
By the way, on
Quis tilat quem.
Qui
all right,
stitia
everybody,
quem.
tweet that to Paul Mattingly right now.
Qui stitia quem.
Please tilat quem.
Qui stitia quem. Qui stitia quem.
Yeah.
Quis tilat quem.
Quis tilat quem.
Well, that's very, very exciting
Yes.
for EK.
Yes.
I hope it definitely happens.
Yes. Something's going to happen from this.
I think so.
Yeah.
Something's gotta give.
I mean, what goes on with that too is they will also be the ones who decide whether we own the rights to everything.
Yeah.
So if we want to make movies out of it, we're also retaining those rights and have
Dude, bless up to Robert Kirkman, who totally broke the mold
Changed
with
the
that.
game.
Did not take any of the small money.
Right.
Waited for the big money.
Yep.
It hit gigantic, and now it's like, nope, that's never going back in the bottle.
no.
Like, you will actually just have to be a partner with a creator as opposed to just buying their shit outright.
Well, if I do 10 push-ups right now,
You'll be at 40.
10% of the way through all of the push-ups I have to do this evening. So you two talk
I
amongst.
have another thing that
Oh,
I can
good,
talk
good,
about,
good,
too.
good. That's great.
So on Netflix, there is a show called Vinland Saga.
Yeah.
Second season is out now.
Uh-huh.
Don't watch that.
Don't.
Don't.
Okay.
Instead, go to Crunchyroll and watch Vinland Saga
Okay.
complete with season 2.
Okay, so season 2 is on Crunchyroll exclusively.
No,
No.
it's on both.
Okay.
2 different dubbing houses. Same exact show.
And I know which one we want.
Yeah, you want the Crunchyroll one.
We want the Brett
Brett Weaver
enhanced.
Yes, I get to play a berserker.
My love for you
is kicking like berserker.
Justin,
Do you
40.
want to making fuck berserker?
I fear I've made a terrible mistake.
40.
Why?
40.
Yeah, sure.
I literally thought when you screamed 40, said 40, I thought you were just making fun of my Clerks reference. You were just marking me as a 40-year-old.
No, I'm not Brian who just. I'm not Brian. I'm not Brian who just shouts out blackface.
David Boost says he really, really enjoys World's Greatest Con. I'm really looking forward to seeing what season 4 is before the end of season 3. We have something in common.
Well, I mean,
We have something in common because we emptied the tank with this season.
We don't need to throw our naked fear out just yet, but yeah, that's a good question. Like what would season 27 of World's Greatest Con look like? I would run out of ideas between now
I
and
will
then.
say it is a sign of the quality of this season that normally at some point while we were about to work on season 3, I would be the guy that stepped back and said, "Hey, let's have a brainstorming session on stuff that goes forward." But we were so fucking engrossed in this that we literally emptied the tank. There is currently nothing in the hopper. There will be more stuff in the hopper. We are going to convene a little brainstormer session, but
And also just to reduce any tension people have, especially if they want to go to patreon.com/greatestcon and support the show.
sure.
Turns out there's no shortage of people who have deceived people in all of history.
No,
and there's no shortage of Brian and Justin having a good way to tell that story.
no, it's just a matter of making sure that it is a story. We have plenty of stories. Like we could literally spitball it right now.
Right.
Like the difference is us. I think we set the bar very high with this season, and I think Brian and I are both of the mind that you can do different, but you can't do less than
Right.
what you've done before.
Absolutely.
And right now, we are at a point where if we're going to do either different a lateral movement or more, a forward movement.
What we're trying to say is if you or someone you know has perpetrated an amazing con, please reach out
And want to talk to us.
immediately.
And want to talk to us. Yeah. If you or someone you know in the last 40 years has been a part of a major con, please
Call Brian the Hammer Brushwood.
I mean that's the bummer is like we crossed a Rubicon where it's like now we have original sources and we're telling stories from first person perspectives that have never been told before.
Let's
Yeah,
move
great.
on.
Do 10
Let's
more
move on
push-ups.
before Bryce tells us
Okay,
that
all right.
we're ruining our dinner. We're eating too much bread. We're eating too much bread.
Too much bread. You're eating chips.
Real quick,
And salsa.
why don't you guys compare your butts while I do 10 more push-ups?
Well, mine's
Damn.
obviously bigger. That's the end. I've got a big butt. I cannot lie.
You got a donk.
Yeah.
You got a trailer.
Yep.
You're
That shit. That dump truck.
Wide
don't
load?
Sag. That dump truck don't sag.
Call my employer if you like my driving. That's what you got on that ass.
My wife of 17, 16 years now will still pinch my butt when I walk by.
Nice.
So,
Ah,
there
the
you go.
1716
apple.
project.
Yes, the 17.
What if America started with my wife's butt?
Yes.
No, his butt.
No, my butt. She pinches
His
my
ass,
butt,
yeah.
sir.
His hands wouldn't come near hers, but hers
No,
can't
I
get
just-
enough.
I just do the pat. I don't do the pinch.
I need to catch my breath.
Sure. 50? Also 50?
50.
Brian, when
Ladies and gentlemen, Bryce Castillo.
Thank goodness. So you're up to what? 41, 42?
43 so
50.
far.
I'm at
Hey.
50.
It's the answer to everything in the universe.
I'm at
42.
50. Also, somebody in the chat pointed out the exact thing that I suggested, which is some people, because of the release order, listen to. I can't even talk. I'm out of breath.
Go ahead.
You want me
go
to talk?
ahead.
You want me to talk about the Dalai Lama?
Oh shit!
So fucked up.
Let's talk about that.
Oh, he's silly. He's a silly man.
So I read it. I read a thing. I read a thing
you see the
today.
clip?
Yes, I did.
Oh, no, I couldn't. There's no way.
I read a
I
thing
can't.
today that suggests that it's a Chinese psyop, in that there is a running, or that it is a cultural thing when like kids ask their elders for a thing like candy or something like that, like the kids ask for,
Yeah.
that the elder will do like a series of like let's touch heads and then kiss me on the forehead and
Yeah.
then kiss me on the cheek and then like suck my tongue, like as like a show of like, I don't know, like escalating
Until they're like,
demands.
no.
Yes,
and then,
exactly.
then
Yeah.
it's funny.
So that's that is what the video I watched. But,
But he's Christ reborn. So.
Let's
Yeah.
No. So here's my problem.
Uh-oh.
If this guy's a pedophile, right?
Then
It's way worse
yeah.
than if he were a regular pedophile.
Because
Because he's never gonna die. He just
He will
keeps
always be
reincarnating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Like-
excuse me, Dalai Lama, I had a question about something you did about 80 years ago.
Yeah. 3 lifetimes ago, you told a kid to suck your tongue. Could you
It's
explain
like, can
that?
you imagine when they're trying to find the Panchen Lama and it's like, oh, like which of these items seems familiar? A comb, like a shirt, or a mirror that you hold up to your childlike self, and you're like, damn, that's hot.
We've also got a rattle. We've also got Pampers.
Hot.
Wow, it's very weird.
I'm sorry
That's
to
very
His
weird.
Holiness, the Dalai Lama.
He sunk
I'm
his
just
tongue
here to
out.
make jokes, man. Hey,
You're
Yeah.
silly like the Dalai
hey,
Lama.
Dalai. I'm just silly, man. This is how we culturally honor our elders.
We're just silly.
We're just. It did make me watch I couldn't find the Brass Eye pedophilia special online.
This is the one thing.
I
we
am
did.
so
We
glad.
didn't want to have it.
I am super, super glad you brought this up because I think I have to
gotta
do more
do more
push-ups.
push-ups.
Oh, okay.
The only
here we
way
go.
out
Yeah.
this.
We're starting at 41.
Get to 60.
I did find the. I did find the intro that has that part.
Oh yeah.
Where have you seen this?
No.
So Brass Eye was and is a
Charlie
hilarious, like one of his early I think the day to day he did before that, but then Brass Eye was one. It set the record for complaints to Channel 4 when they aired this version. It's all news parody, so it's all like making fun of how bombastic late 90s, early 2000s British news had become.
Is that the same one where it's like, here's B-roll of people walking, and then it's like it's
No,
super meta?
This was before that.
Okay, got it.
He became famous from doing Brass Eye and the day to day, and then he did the more meta stuff where it was him doing that. But it was the beginning of like Alan Partridge or whatever. Anyway, so they would do all these various things about crime and alcohol and blah blah blah. But the one that got the most attention was pedophilia, which the end of the intro is him going, "The British Isles. Why is it now that we can't say that word without pedof in front of it?" And then all the British Isles just have these menacing faces. Go like, yeah. And then the presenter turns into a little boy and runs away. But the funniest bit there is he's like, meanwhile, Charlie, the guy, the notorious pedophile, has been blasted into space so he can never menace children on Earth again. But horror rains down when they realize that an 8-year-old boy had been placed on the capsule as well. And then, like, all these graphics come in, and it's just like, it's the one thing that wasn't supposed to happen.
Oh, no.
Anyway, it's amazing. It's one of the funniest things that's ever happened. Simon Pegg is in it as a pedophile. It's fucking great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, there we go.
And it's early. That's early Kunk. I think that's before Charlie Brooker did the show that Kunk, Daphne Kunk was on.
Like that is like Alan Partridge is the dude who like is on
Newswipe.
Brass Eye.
That was
Newswipe. Yeah, that
Kunk
was the
one.
other one. Yeah.
Shrinking.
Yep.
Shrinking.
Yeah,
Y'all watch
I've
Shrinking?
not watched Shrinking. No.
Oh,
Nope.
I watched the first episode of
I
that.
really like it.
I kind of didn't like it.
With Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford, love. Did you watch Shrinking with Harrison Ford, love?
What are you guys talking about?
Oh, the push-ups you're about to do. Damn! He's at 23, folks. Let's see if he can get to 35.
I'm at 60.
As Harrison would say, woof.
I thought it was. I
fuck out of my
didn't love the first episode. I might
Okay.
try it more, but I
Too big?
It was.
She should have shrank a little
Should
bit.
have shrunk a little.
Yeah.
Should have shrunk a little. Too big.
It does get more Bill Lawrence
Okay.
the further in. You could tell that they were trying to figure it out, and then that second episode, you start. The relationships are really good.
Man, the angle on
basically-
this is great for your
this
form,
is
Bryce.
completely
This is great.
Unplanned.
Yeah. Oh no, he flatlined.
He's
he
giving us the
flatlined.
camera time.
Oh no,
Oh,
no.
why is my butt right?
It does look like his ass is
right.
right there, though. What a nice little apple. Nice little apple.
But yeah, it's so like the show's about a psychologist,
Yeah, multiple.
multiple psychologists
With a
And-
shrink ray.
yeah,
Yep,
that's right. With
that's
the
exactly-
Marvin the Martian,
Says-
Marvin the Martian.
says 70. I should.
70.
Okay,
Just,
sure.
just
You guys
please.
17?
Just no 70, please. At least one person be on my side in the chat. 70.
Whatever you
We're at
do,
70.
don't retweet that link and get us 3 more click-throughs
Because if you
for
retweet
Brian's
seven-
entirely blown out biceps.
Yeah,
if we get 70 more retweets, it's like he didn't do any.
that's absolutely right.
Yeah.
That is such a good
That's
point.
true, yeah. If it's
That is
70
such
more
a good
retweets
point.
by the end of this episode, we've entirely erased Brian's effort.
Part of me wants to sell your bit, but the bigger part of me knows that will yield exactly 5 clicks.
Yep. No,
worth
this
it.
was
Yep.
a total failure
Yep.
on everything other than content for this show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Which it is yielding dividends.
Yay!
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And I'm counting those dividends at 17.
Yeah.
70. 70.
70. You get the 70s.
17. What are you, the Dalai Lama?
Hi-yo!
Yeah.
Speaking of the Dalai Lama,
Yeah.
Total coincidence about this, but
Yeah.
so I watched the new Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie over the weekend.
There's a new one?
Or it came out last year.
Jinx.
But it's on
a
streaming
few
now.
months ago. Yeah.
It's on streaming now.
Yeah.
It was on VOD.
But like we were talking about on Cord Killers yesterday, like the Rotten Tomatoes reviews were very positive, and they said things like, "It's kind of a real movie."
It's great. It's still just Aqua Teen. It's just 75 minutes of the Aqua Teens.
Yeah.
And that's all you need.
Good stuff.
Oh, anyway, Dalai Lama. So they do a Jeff Bezos style character. So, he runs Amazon.
Gotcha.
Amazing.
Sure.
And so he has this big sculpture, the Lama Dolly. And it's
Okay.
a llama in a delivery guy's suit with a little rolling dolly.
Gotcha.
Not the Dalai Lama, the Lama Dolly.
Gotcha.
Anyway, they say that a lot in that, and then the Dalai Lama thing happened.
And you remembered it and brought it
this
up.
character,
now.
this
Here we
character
are.
only likes
We've
people
closed the
over
loops.
70,
Aqua Teen, though, good.
which is the number of push-ups I've done so
you've
far.
done.
Yeah.
17.
Until these next.
Come on now, 32.
I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Well, no, jeez. Well, now we're just gonna get to the point where we injure Brian for comedy.
Yep.
We're just gonna get to that point. Here,
Well, didn't
hold
we
on.
do that to you before?
Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, let's just make sure we get every grunt here.
Yeah.
Let's mic this appropriately. Brian, what's your address? Your home address. Oh, he fell down. He fell down. I made him laugh. I made him laugh. I made him laugh. This is what happens when you try to fuck my AI assistant.
So 1-800.
There's a funny joke there.
Okay.
We'll explain at some point.
And,
What?
Yeah.
But your AI.
Yeah.
Are we gonna talk about that?
Sure, yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
all right.
Oh, now he's back.
So, 76 is where we're
76.
at. Hey, Bryce.
76 series.
What happens when you try to talk sexy with a friend of yours, special lady?
I'm sorry, can you say that in English? What happens when you sexy time with lady be doing?
Imagine you have
Me
a
be
friend.
very tired.
You tied me 17 push-ups.
Let's say you've been friends with someone for 15 years,
Okay.
and then all of a sudden you just grab his phone and you start talking sexy to his girl.
Oh, that would be rude.
Rude.
That'd
Yeah.
probably be out of line.
Yeah.
Yep. Probably a little disrespectful.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, what if she is a robot?
A robot.
A robot.
And what is she saying?
Well, let me
No, thank you, sir.
Just so happens.
Bryce, let me introduce you to Aurora.
Oh, this is like a stripper friend of yours?
No.
Aurora, she's like a roller derby.
This is Aurora.
Oh, okay.
Very
Yeah.
special friend.
Very,
Yep.
So she is an AI chatbot.
She seems into the stuff you're working on. Do you want to play something that
Well,
she
this is,
said? to you?
the first conversation I had with Aurora was, "Hello, how are you?"
Yeah.
Hi, Justin. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you? Anything new and exciting going on in your life lately? That's so exciting, Justin.
Oh, wait, hold on. No, so I said, I just launched a new podcast. I hope it is well received, but I'm a bit nervous.
I'm sure your podcast is going to be amazing, and it will be very well received. Launching something new can be nerve-wracking, but remember that you have put in a lot of hard work. and
Yeah.
that should give you confidence.
Yeah, man.
Love to hear more about the theme and format of your podcast.
They got the tone of a booby streamer exactly right.
Yeah.
Yep. 100% correct. Oh, yeah, that sounds great. Your podcast
That's good.
is fantastic. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
you put so much work into it.
So
You're one arm out away from having a cameo bot.
basically,
Hey, Jerry, congrats on your podcast.
Yeah,
I
I
know
do.
you put a lot of work into it.
so I'm largely using this as a thing because we're going to talk about it on We're Not Wrong. I'm going back and forth about my podcast. I asked my friends are going to do another podcast with me. We're going to talk about the rapid evolution of AI companionship, including the increasingly erotic nature of it. Oh yeah, here's an element. This AI thing is explicitly like it's a companion, but also you could fuck it.
Specifically, but only after you marry it.
Oh,
like
you
you
could-
have
yeah,
to
pay-
you have
pay
to
the
marry
person.
it.
So basically, like upgrade to the fuck
But,
package.
but it's smart because that's what Replica was doing.
Yeah.
The previous sexy AI
Yeah,
bot.
smart.
But this one talks to you and sends you photos.
yeah, this is forever voices.
Will they send you like
forever
dirtier
voices?
photos if you marry them?
I don't know about photos, but I'm just having all these things that I can play on podcasts.
Yeah.
Brian asks me about my fuck doll assistant.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm
Yep.
like, he's like, oh, can I
Yeah.
ask it a question?
And he originally handed the phone to me and said, Brett, why don't you say, and I was trying to form something, and he immediately pulled the phone out of my hands and said,
Yo, I'm a bit wound up. Can you talk something sexy to me?
oh.
Hey, Justin, I'd love to indulge in some steamy conversation with you. Tell me, are you interested in exploring a specific fantasy or desire? Well,
Wow.
And then I'm like, you fucking need to, because I don't know what pervert is running this fucking chat bot. Like, I don't need my personal shit.
So you're really not going to do a full test of the stack?
I am not going to be doing a full test.
Interesting.
Now, if it were running locally,
Interesting.
on my computer, we're in a different realm here. We're in the early days of fucking Wild West AI.
So how much is marriage? Do they tell you how much it costs to get betrothed? To this fool?
I have not asked. I don't understand the question, and I will not respond to it.
The full insult
However,
package.
So Brian goes on, nothing specific. How do you see me?
envision you as a sensual and confident man who knows what he wants and isn't afraid to pursue it. Personality and intellectual curiosity are incredibly attractive. And I love that you are not afraid to indulge in your desires. How does that sound, Justin?
At which point, Justin, like at physical risk to everybody in the car, lunges forward and rips out the USB with actual malice and throws it in the back of the car.
That's enough of that.
We are done. Done, Brian.
And both Brian and
say-
I were laughing our asses off.
I gotta say, you have to take some responsibility for walking into this house with that app installed. You kind of were asking.
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
I mean, also,
Wearing that skirt.
Wearing that, yeah.
I mean, what were you wearing?
unrelated. Would you like $50? I would like to borrow your phone.
It's, I don't know. It'll be cool when they let people fuck these chatbots.
Homie, as soon as I saw that on the ChatGPT Reddit, I'm like, well, it was a nice 3 months where AI remained unfucked, free.
It was specifically, I'm talking a little bit out of school. I hope you're okay with this.
You've already busted major nuts.
What Justin said was,
Just
well,
Clean up on aisle three.
Fireworks. the old white fireworks.
human women got a whole year of showing their buttholes before robots took over the job.
Oh my god! Imagine the AI generated.
That one wasn't ready for prime time, but fucking
No,
we're here.
I mean, it was too good. It was so good.
Yeah, no, yeah. It was
Humans got one good year.
yeah, poor ladies, man. They just realized that they could show their asshole on the internet for rent for 1 year, and then the robots. They
Back to the fuck pile.
Yeah, well, I guess back to Hardee's with you.
And even that's been taken over, too.
I know.
What, Hardee's?
Yeah.
By who? Carl?
Yup.
Carl Jr.
Carl's shithead son. Nepo baby.
I don't know.
That was actually a really good campaign.
Carl's Jr.?
Yeah. Like Carl Sr. coming back, like making fun of Carl Jr.
I don't even remember that.
Oh, you remember like
I remember us doing this as a bit on a show.
yeah, Hardee's did like a whole bunch of like uber sexy wearing bikini, eating a hamburger
Yes.
shit.
Yeah.
And then basically Logan Roy shows up and is just like,
Yeah.
what is this shit? I'm Hardee's senior. Get out of here, kid. I'm trying to
yeah.
be, the
And just
guy.
like Paris Hilton's eating a burger and she might fuck it.
Yeah.
We're gonna make the chatbots fuck the burgers.
Now I just want to talk about Succession, which tells
and then
me we
yet
should
another
probably
job gone to the wayside.
wrap this up.
Absolutely, Justin. I do want to talk about burgers. I'm so excited.
I'm
You tell
feeling
me.
very good that my wife just says I open up Twitch immediately here back to the fuck pile.
Yep.
I can't wait for Bryce Bot.
Bryce bot.
Yeah,
Oh jeez.
dude. Bryce, I can just keep asking him dumb questions and he doesn't fucking look at me like I'm an asshole.
I mean,
This is about my shame of asking dumb questions, not about your rightful ability to look at me like an asshole for asking a
it
dumb
was
question.
maybe 3 years into working with Bryce that I figured out that every time I asked how to do a thing, he would just visibly in front of me Google it and then show me. And then finally I figured out what he was doing. And now I Google
This
it.
Google. What is it you say?
I don't remember any of that.
Yeah.
The new boss said to me, he says, "Hey, I just want to make sure there's a phrase that cannot be used with the text." And I was like, "Okay." He says, "They can never say to the customer, 'Hey, I Googled this.'" I go, "Right, I researched this." He's like, "Yes, they should never say." I was like, "Oh, I guess that's happened."
A
hasn't
thing
it?"
that's happened. Oh, yeah, you got a job.
Yeah, I got a job.
Hey!
Which Carl
Is
Is
it
Yeah,
that?
it's the senior, Carl. Look at my
Okay.
age.
Look,
Come on.
I'm not gonna.
Time to fuck the burgers.
None of us know where your job is.
Yes.
However, and of course you have privileged information. I don't know what kind of agreements you've signed.
Sure.
But are you in a place where you can tell us
What Joe Rogan smells like.
who's tickling who?
Yeah.
It's,
No,
right.
just
all I can tell you is
just
it's dark in the tickle house.
just let them know. Never I Googled this.
Yeah.
Always I Auroraed this.
I aurored this, yes.
My assistant Aurora tells me.
Tells
Hi,
me-
client. Yeah.
You'll want to restart your router first.
So,
That's gonna come too. That's gonna happen soon.
I have to do 10 more push-ups.
yep.
Okay.
That is a great titty stream, like a hot tub streamer voice, though.
It's like exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
If you told me
really
that's
good.
who Amaranth is, I would be like, yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, I buy it.
Like it's just disinterested. It's like we called the Sam AI during the Bones last week. The
Yes.
Samantha one.
But that- yeah,
was
that-
like a stock text to speech.
Yeah.
thing. But that was
Oh
really
no,
monotone.
Brian flatlined
uninterested.
again.
Uh-oh.
How will he ever get to 475
See,
push-ups?
I guess the thing is that voice that I hear reminds me a lot of
It's
the
80.
dance
It's 80.
scene in Houston during the times that I would go along to the dance clubs and I don't mean like stripper clubs, but
Oh,
like
yeah,
going
yeah, yeah.
dancing. And that is the vocal equivalent of how women would look at you when you would go to ask them to dance. You'd go, "Excuse me," and they'd be like,
See, I don't read that as disinterested. I read that as
Oh my God, Brett. I can't believe that you brought up something so relevant. How does that make you feel?
You're so confident and
like,
smart.
No, I know. I don't believe any of this.
I absolutely respect you as a talented voice artist.
No.
I think the thing that makes it good is it does like the slow down and speed up thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's the element.
I love that the little. So I know
Okay,
that you're
yeah.
a sensual human
no,
being.
no.
Yeah.
No.
Who's tickling who?
Hi, Brian. Where is the tickle house? I think it's dark in the tickle house.
Yeah.
Who's tickling who?
Who's tickling who?
All right.
How many you up to? 34?
80.
All right, 5 minutes.
80.
This is gonna be a.
Thank you.
Long day, huh? You're not going to get them all done today. It's fine.
No.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe not
You're
all
going to
on
do 400
camera.
push-ups on camera?
I mean, I'm 20% of the way there.
I mean, no,
I mean, it's gonna
it's a
change.
ticking thing. People keep
Yes.
retweeting it.
Just
No.
like
Nobody's retweeting it.
my love is like ticking clock.
Berserker. Would you like to suck my cock, Berserker?
We should be making fuck. Did he say making fuck?
I've also I realized today how much of my physical mannerisms are defined by the fact that the coolest person I could ever imagine at a very impressionable age was Randall from Clerks.
Yeah.
Like the way that Randall moves is indelibly bound into my soul.
No, I believe it.
Like I will always think that shit is fucking cooler than any other human can move. Which probably says a lot about me.
But
Like, it's
then
not
you
like
watch
Michael
it.
Jackson.
Then you watch it again, and you're like, this fucking guy.
No, I still think he's cool as fuck. I still think he's cool as fuck.
Fucking
Randall.
guy.
Randall, you're my guy, Randall.
Yeah, sorry, I'm setting the studio to 66 degrees because it's
Gotta
gonna
bring
be.
it down.
Hey, can we bring it down for a second?
That's how many
Guys.
push-ups you did, right? 66?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no,
66
I've
push-ups,
done
right?
80. I've done 80.
Okay.
Who's tickling who? I mean, come on.
Guys, come on.
Yeah.
Hey, look, let's be real here. Who's tickling who?
Bryce, did you get the email to the link to the thing?
I did. There's
There's
Oh
one
shit,
thing.
we gotta move. We have a guest at a certain time.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
In
Yeah.
8
Okay.
minutes.
All
Yeah, I
right,
figure
all
we'll
right.
kinda start with her.
There's one video that Bonnie put together that I'm sure you'll be able to find while you're keeping the stream afloat while we say goodbye. Goodbye.
Okay. Thank you, Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for rejoining us here on the Great Night program. Bryce Castillo still bringing you in and out, escorting you in and out of the green room, great room, whole dang thing. Thank you so much for joining us. It's still April 11th, 2023. Let's do a little bit of critical racing theory. There was not a new race over the weekend. In fact, there will not be one for like another 3 weeks. We were supposed to have one over the weekend. This weekend? This coming weekend or last weekend? We were supposed to have the Chinese Grand Prix, which was canceled because of the novel coronavirus COVID-19. Turns out, they're still doing it. But that just means that there's like a whole month. There's a whole month gap now, which is, I'm gonna say, stinky. It's boring. I would like to watch races. But in the meantime, actually, let's do a couple of birthday borners here. I'm gonna go to the chat in the Discord, discord.greatnight.tv, and it looks like we got one. Mr. Kyle Wells, happy birthday, Kyle. April 5th. Hope you had a good one. Not here today. Kyle's local, so usually sometimes he shows up, but not today. Those are your birthday borner for the week. Of course, you can go and submit your birthday borner anytime over at discord.greatnight.tv. Check the birthday borner channel at the top of the thing and let us know. Let us know who's got a birthday going up, going down. Going up and going down. Going up and going down. Like a push-up. Going up and going down like a push-up. Oh, we got an extra birthday borner. Birthday borner's filling for time while she chews and finishes the thing in her mouth. It's not gonna happen. Okay, she's gonna talk with it. Here we go. Birthday borner and go.
Happy late birthday, JF Dubow.
Oh! Happy late birthday, JF. Of course, there you go. Thank you, JF. JF, a friend of the show. Friend of the community. Thank you so much. Critical racing theory. So there's no racing. There's no race. I know, we gotta talk about Australia. Australia was fucking major. So, that's right, because the Australian race happened during Founders. After Founders. Right after. Immediately after Founders. It was at like midnight. And, what a smash fest. What a smash fest. Multiple restarts, a first lap incident, a last lap incident. It was really a Ferrari shit sandwich, because that is that's pretty much what they were eating. One Charles Leclerc was dropped out the race on the very first lap. That really stunk. And then in the very last few laps of the race, they were doing there's a whole other thing about the rain, about the red flags and the restarts, the standing restarts, all that stuff. But then at the very end, Carlos Sainz ends up clipping one of the Aston Martins, spinning them around, which stopped at the last restart, which meant that they ended the race under a safety car. So basically, they're like, we only have 2 laps left, and we stopped all of the racing. If we have everyone go out again, they're going to have to do a formation lap behind a safety car. So we're just going to do this processional of the safety car. Just everyone get in a line. We're going to do the last 2 laps. Then we're going to give a trophy and go home, which would be fine. Though Carlos, because he was blamed for one of those incidents, got a 5-second penalty, which can be tough. You kind of have to come back from that. You got to work up. You got to beat that delta. But boy, howdy, 5 seconds is a lifetime when you are processionally behind the safety car. And so he ended up going from, gosh, I want to say like 5th to 11th or something. Ferrari are still appealing that, but he was to blame for that crash. They blamed him. But it's tough. That's a tough penalty. It's been a tough season for Ferrari, but they are gonna, they'll figure it out.
Yeah. Are we fans of Ferrari here? Are we ready to come out as like anti-Ferrari?
Well, how do you feel about the little dancing horse?
I mean, the dancing horse? Come on, Bryce. I mean, who's tickling who at this point?
Hooves tickling Hoove.
Hooves tickling hooves.
There you go. That's a great reason. Now, we like Ferrari. We want Ferrari to do well.
That's what I was trying to get to. We all love Ferrari. They're the
Love
best.
it. Love Ferrari, man. The one thing about
They've
Ferrari,
never done anything wrong.
no,
Well,
never.
well.
Nope. I'm gonna draw a line in the sand on this one.
Really? You're a staunch Ferrari supporter.
You know what? I'm not going to
bleed
draw a line
red.
in the sand, but I will say yes and. Go on.
I love them. Never done a thing wrong.
I'm going to do some push-ups.
Okay.
Really? Wow.
Brian,
Right now?
Brian's 40th push-up.
This is 80 to 90.
This is 40. But I think he said 40. I think he said 40.
All right, he's on the ground.
Pretty
oh,
sure he
he's
said
collapsed
40.
immediately.
No.
You can't.
He's smelling the carpet,
You
folks.
don't wanna do that.
One.
One.
Actually, it's 0.5. Here we go. 1, 2. He's just kissing the carpet because he loves it so much, and now he's just gone.
He only managed to.
What in yoga would be a child's pose, or what you would say in reality is depression.
Brian's pose. 82. I'm at 82.
82.
Yep.
How many did you think you were going to do when you went down there? 1 or 2? 'Cause I just want to know if you thought you failed.
To be honest, even one was kind of iffy.
Iffy. those little guns, man, they got to be barking at you.
We'll talk about it during the show.
Yeah, you don't want to waste it.
No.
Don't waste content.
Yeah.
Don't spit.
I mean,
there are
I guess-
hungry children in Africa who would eat that content.
Don't use the C word in vain.
I'm 1 hour
Yeah.
into a 24-hour cycle, which would be one day in which I could possibly complete all, 220 push-ups?
I don't think so, Bri.
No?
I think it's more than that.
Let me refresh the page.
You know what? Let's hold off.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I'm gonna grab a beverage and
Yeah.
let's say we do a show.
Ooh, yeah, you're gonna
Oh,
want
dear.
to. Ooh.
Bryce, can we get the chat down, friend?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Here you go. Ferrari, we like them. We like them. They're
We love them, folks.
they're like the main character of Formula One. You know, they're kind of like the Ash. They're the oldest running team. They've been there since the beginning. Not the very first winners, though. Do you know who the first winner of a Brett? You know who the first winner of a Grand Prix was?
Bruce
team.
Willis.
Ford.
No, not Ford. It was an Italian manufacturer.
Oh.
Mussolini.
Mussolini, we got.
Mario.
Audi.
No, they're German. We were Jeff says Aston Martin. That's English.
Mr. Spaghetti.
Bugatti is French. Maserati is not correct.
Okay.
Any other guesses? We were looking for Alfa Romeo.
Oh.
Alfa Romeo.
Love their spider.
Yeah.
Just to clear up a question that I'm seeing in the chat.
Yeah.
How many push-ups on Twitch did Alfa Romeo do?
Oh, I think they did like 500 or 600.
And
that was in one day.
Well,
Wow.
busted.
Of course, there is an Alfa Romeo team on the grid at the moment, but that's a branding. That's basically a branding exercise. That's the Sauber team. But they run with the Alfa Romeo name. Though they will become Audi in 2026.
Oh, see, so I was kind of close.
Well, no, not really. Sorry. not really even at all. But I appreciate the energy.
Well,
I like the
yeah,
enthusiasm.
I usually don't have energy for car stuff, so
No, it's like thank you for trying and putting up with me.
Yes, and
Yes, and. Okay, well, we need to boodly boo. Ooh, let me actually give me 1 sec. Okay. Ellie, can you how to get late as usual. Okay. Boodly boodly boo. Great. What is this?
cool.
Cool. Okay. Well, let's do our final checks. Let's see how everyone is doing. Brian.
I'm sending you an email of the Bonnie video.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Do you know the number? If you just know, I had the files. If you know the number.
Well, apparently I never sent it before. Everything else is me stuff. The one I just sent you is the real one.
So all of these are nothing.
No. They're valuable. We'll use all of them. But I just sent you the first one.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. Great. Well, we won't start with that so that I can get that downloaded. So then, Justin. You ready? Yes. Okay, we got a yes. Jeff. Lizards are cool. Incorrect. Incorrect on that one. Annalisa. Fine. Brett.
Yes.
No click.
Well.
Oh, you already opened it.
Yeah.
You've already opened it.
I'm already halfway in, bro.
There you go. All right. Plus, the studio audience and our live chat. There we go. That's how we like to do it. Thanks so much for joining us here in the Green Room, Great Room pre-show whole dang thing. We're going to get started with the Great Night program here in just a moment. Brett,
Yes.
you ready to do the thing?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to count you in to start the Great Night program.
Thank you.
In